Hello everyone, I am the Shardy Guy, and welcome to my first video for 2019. So of course, WWE released their newest game a few months ago by now, WWE2k19, but unfortunately I only got it recently for Christmas, because that's normally when I get most of the newer games, because I'm busy affording for other things and can't really buy the newest wrestling games for a little while. So yeah, like I said, WWE2k19 has been released, and although I've said I'm no longer going to be doing my gaming stuff, because like I said, that kind of went downhill pretty quickly and there's no real point in continuing, but the game reviews are still going to go. Because screw you, doesn't involve any gaming, it's just me giving my opinion. You don't like it, screw you, go away, thank you for the view. So unlike the previous two, I'm not going to be going over most of the stuff that I haven't really liked and whether they're fixed, because there's generally no point, because they're probably not gonna bring it back, though it would be nice if they did bring back the GM mode and the creator finisher mode. Yeah, it would be nice if they did those things, but sadly I don't think it's going to be coming up anytime soon. But who knows? Just like last year when I thought the curb stomp wasn't in the game anymore, I could easily be wrong. So I might as well go through the list of the things I want to talk about. So firstly, I'm going to start with my career mode. This year is certainly a move in the right direction with my career mode. In some ways, it was a step in the right direction, because, I mean, your story finally has some context. So you follow the story of Buzz, but for Christ's sake. But man, Michael Cole was really annoying. As soon as your entrance starts, it's Buzz! It's so freaking cringeworthy, that. It's like with Sasha Banks every time she comes out. It's boss time! Shut up, Michael Cole. Please, shut up. Shut up, retire, go away. No one really likes you anymore. Toodaloo. Anyway, back on track. So, yeah, it was great that you did have at least some storyline to follow. And some parts had a choice on what to do. Like whether to sign that Mexican guy's autograph or to forgive Baron Blade at the end. I was only going to say Blade Storm, but that was my career guide in the previous game. So yeah, whether to forgive Baron Blade or really nerf, and what's come out on when you were going to invade. And also, finally, they included voiceovers for the characters. Yay! It only took them 2 years. But still, hooray! But what the hell did they do with John Cena's voice? He honestly sounds like a guy who's had way too much testosterone and his voice dropped like 3 decibels.
Hey, I'm John Cena. I will take you down at SummerSlam. And I will make you tap out.
What the fuck? That was pretty much my react. Well, I don't think he quite said it like that, but yeah, like seriously, what the fuck were they doing? I'm guessing, like John Cena just got caught up with his movie obligations, so they just dragged someone along and just said,
You're John Cena's voice. Be John Cena's voice. Be John Cena.
no one will notice because they can't see him. Yes, no one will tell the difference. Yeah, pretty much everyone's seen the difference, and normally on a daily basis people have been saying, what the fuck have they done with John Cena's voice? And I guess another negative that I've seen come out of my career mode is that you have no flexibility on where you move. I liked the free roaming in the previous game. I liked annoying the fuck out of Vince every week. I liked annoying the McMahons every single week. I liked annoying Mick Foley and Daniel Bryan every week. But in this game, you're in the same spot. Excuse me. You're in the same spot. And then you just have to interact with some superstars. And I guess as well, it kind of ends at in my opinion, a pretty anticlimactic end. Because, I mean, the whole story, Triple H is doing his best to take you down. And then, through being a special guest referee, he still somehow being unbiased, despite him hating your fucking guts the whole story. And then, yeah, like, okay. What? That was kind of my reaction at the end when Triple H hands Buzz the title and wants to shake his hand. I'm just sitting there thinking, what? What? Why can't Triple H be the final battle? Why couldn't it have been like he rigs you out of the title match, or he tries to be biased towards AJ Styles, but then he gets taken down during the bout, and then they bring down another referee and he does the count, you get the title, Triple H gets annoyed, and then at the next pay-per-view he goes to take you down, and then have Triple H as your final battle. That probably would have been a more sensible ending than, yeah, versing AJ Styles, who you've only really come across a few times, and then having Triple H be a biased referee when he's hated your guts the whole effing story. So I am kind of hoping for the next game they do keep this story up, or do have another story, but perhaps a bit more context. Free roaming would be great to come back. And yeah. And please fix John Cena's voice. Next up is Showcase Mode. Showcase Mode, of course, made its return with Daniel Bryan. Personally, I felt it was a bit rushed, and I just felt it skipped quite a few areas, I guess, because it's only like 10 matches, and then you're done. And then you're just sitting there thinking, okay, There goes like 3 hours of my life I won't get back. And you're just thinking, there's not a lot of context. There's really not much in the story, and kind of just feels like they've only gone through selective parts of the story. I mean, like, I felt like they could have included like the Hell in a Cell match against Randy Orton, or another of the matches against Randy Orton. Like, they could have included all 3 of those matches rather than just including SummerSlam and then showing Hell in a Cell as just a complete and utter cutscene, when debatably that one could be better. Or at least would have included more flow to the story. Rather than going, I'm pretty sure this practically went from SummerSlam to the WrestleMania storyline. So yeah, I just felt they skipped a section there, and it is kind of awkward in a few of the cutscenes too, when there are people in the background whose faces are just blurred out, and you're just like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, why can't they just show their faces? Like, you had time 2K to get the rights of the wrestlers. If they, I guess they just didn't want to be shown, but still, it's pretty awkward to just have their faces blurred out. Especially when you kind of know who they are. Like, I'm pretty sure in the NXT one, I'm pretty sure it's Otunga and Taba. And it is also kind of awkward in the SummerSlam cutscene. This was in the Nexus versus Cena. Why couldn't have they only really showed one bit of him actually hitting at people, which was when he went after Heath Slater. And they didn't show any of the other Nexus members, which, I guess, since Slater's the only one left in the company. Oh wait, there's Otunga, but still. Doesn't wrestle anymore, he just does what the frig ever. So yeah, I feel Showcase was rushed, and if they did have a new Showcase, I mean, I can't really picture any new superstars as a Showcase. The only ones I can really think off the top of my head would be like Undertaker or John Cena, because they're the only ones who've essentially had a career span long enough. Especially Undertaker, he's been around since about the 80s, and yeah, as much as I hate to say it, it's time for him to hang up the boots and just retire. There's no point in him continuing. Just retire, get a Hall of Fame induction, sail off to. I was about to say sail off into the sunset, but he's a dead man. Just do whatever he does in Death Valley. So yeah, like I said, it would be great if they did bring in a new 2K Showcase, and perhaps a little bit more detail would have been nice. A new feature brought into the game, and they've really paid a lot more attention to this. It's the Money in the Bank setup. So, firstly, you can create your own Money in the Bank briefcase, which I think's pretty good and inventive, because I'm not really an artistic person, never have, probably never will, but I respect there are people out there who take these games really seriously and like to create their own everything: arenas, brands. Okay, I create my own wrestlers. That's normally about it. Maybe a championship, but yeah. And with the Money in the Bank, I just pretty much did a few second job just to see how it was like and what goes on. And now you have a lot more flexibility when you choose to cash in your Money in the Bank, because in previous games you've only really had the chance to cash it in when, well, you get an option at the start of the match, whereas a one-on-one, when there's a champion in it and they say, would da-da-da-da-da like to cash in their Money in the Bank, and you press yes, they cash it in. The champion's effectively dead already, so you don't really have to do much, and you just signature, finisher, done, voila, off you go, you win, yay, championship, yay. Would be fun and certainly inventive, and it's great they've finally done something new with Money in the Bank, considering it's been the same since forever, basically. I think it's 2011 or 2012 when it was first used. And yeah, of course, it's great they've now got the female Money in the Bank. And which now brings me to my next point, which is now they've finally brought in the Women's Royal Rumble, where you can finally do the Royal Rumble for females. I mean, like, when my cousin was over recently, we played a few of the older games, like the 2k14, and they had like no female wrestlers whatsoever. And back then, I never would have imagined in such a short time period, like 5 years, they've like 5 times, 6 times more female wrestlers in the games and in previous games. So yeah, it was great that they've included so many female wrestlers and taken them more seriously, allegedly, by giving them, by giving them their Money in the Bank matches, and now their Royal Rumble matches, and their Elimination Chamber matches, and their Battle Royals. It's just really great that the females and they've even got their own pay-per-view. It's just really great that the females have been taken so seriously now compared to how they were 10 years ago, when they were seen as nothing but time fillers and toilet breaks. So that's all of my positives, and now I'm going to move on to a couple of the things that I didn't like. And no, I am not going to go into detail in terms of the wrestlers who got removed. So no, I'm not going to go into a Ciampa rant or a Cross rant or really any type of rant. I mean, I will admit, it is annoying that Ciampa's not in there, considering he was a freaking NXT champion, but hey, what's happened's happened. Hopefully they're in 2k20. I mean, Cross should be, considering she is getting moved up to the main roster. And at least I've got 2k18 still if I want to play as a whole Sanity, including Fulton. Anyway, enough of that. Going through the list. So the unlockables are still in a stupid spot. I still hate where the unlockables are and where they've placed. And I've even given a suggestion in the last game, and I'm going to repeat it, because I still think it is a pretty good idea. So in My Career mode, when you get... Well, you don't really get given loot boxes anymore, you pay for them now, which I guess will just piss a lot of people off even more, because not many people wanted the loot boxes back because they hated it, because rather than having the parts that they want automatically, they've got to pay for them, either through the loot boxes, or you can buy them on their own, but that costs you a lot of coins. So I've just preferred to go through the loot boxes, and I've just been waiting to get the parts I want, or get the parts I need. But yeah, with all the unlockables, they're still on the last freaking screen, and you just basically still gotta go searching for them. Like, I could even imagine if a person played this for the first time, it's their first ever wrestling game, they'll just go, wow, where are all these legends? Where are everyone? And they'll just go, but they're right at the end. Again, I still kind of feel like they're an afterthought, which is a shame, and it would be nice if they did, or heck, even have an own mode where they can unlock the wrestlers on their own, rather than just chucking them on the last screen, where newcomers had to spend like 10 years trying to find them. And also, I kind of find the main menu as a bit of an eyesore, and, or as I would prefer to put it, a complete and utter clusterfuck, where everything's just kind of all over the place, and not really set out right. So ideally ideally what I'd prefer is like having everything, rather than having a cross menu, have it as a diagonal. I don't think that's diagonal. Oh well. A downward menu. So it would go play, or exhibition, and then the My Career, Showcase, Universe mode, and then the various online features and options. And that would even make it easier for them to find the unlockables, because they could even have that as their own thing, like down the bottom. But compared to the way it is, I'll just turn my TV on and I'll essentially explain what it looks like. Sorry, I had a quick look through the showcase mode. So it goes well, you could either do some stuff. Then there's the showcase and the 2K towers on the 2K Central. Then it goes to play, where you then essentially have to go a bit scrolling through to find the match you want. And then the My Player, Universe, Creations, Community Creations, Online, My WWE, Options, and then you gotta go across again to find the store, which is where you find the unlockables. So, yeah, even for a new player, they'll probably just see the options menu and just think, oh, that's the last one. So they probably wouldn't scroll across again to find what it is they want, which would be to get the new players. So yeah, rather than having them go that way, I would honestly prefer if they moved it back to downward, because yeah, it kind of is a bit of a, as I'd prefer to put it, clusterfuck, and it is a little bit of an eyesore. So yeah, that just about wraps up my review. Bad review, late review. Overall, I certainly feel it's an improvement, because it doesn't feel like it's copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, like it's been since like 2K's, since basically when 2K took over, with the exception of 14, but that was more THQ's stuff than 2K's. So yeah, it is certainly a step in the right direction. Certainly some new modes, and fixing of the return of, fixing in my career, the return of Showcase would be at least some fun for a little while, and wouldn't get that bored too quickly compared to like the other games, because like I said, it's been continuously copy and paste, so it gets boring after a couple of weeks. So overall, pretty good game. Like I've said, step in the right direction. Hopefully they can maintain this, and hopefully some things to look forward to for 2K20. Anyway, that wraps up this video. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at the Shardy Guy. Happy 2019. Yeah, thank you for watching. See you all in the next video.